Hi, Megan with Hardt Studio. Today we're going to be talking about spring cleaning, and I decided to tackle a laundry room for this project, and we're going to talk about not just the decor swap out of having a little bit of a refresh for the space, but also what organizational products were chosen and then how it's kind of transformed the space and how we use it now that it's more functional. To start off with your space, you choose what your space is, and then first thing you gotta do is, well, if you want, snap a before picture, but then you gotta bring everything out of that space. That's a project in and of itself, but that's gonna allow you to see what all is in there and then start to realize, okay, what are my categories here and what kind of storage solutions do I need for each of these categories? Once you have everything out of the space, a deep clean is always a good idea. And then I decided to line each of the shelving cabinets with peel and stick wallpaper that I had left over. So you could use whatever you want with that. But when you do tackle that project, you want to make sure it's dry after you clean them off, and then you want to measure the space, and then you can cut your piece and you install it in there. And it's just something nice to look at. It's a nice pop instead of just the plain, wood cabinetry, but that gives you a foundation to start layering everything back in. Once you've landed on your color scheme and you've got any liners or papers that you want installed, another thing you're going to do then with that choice is you're going to go shopping and you're going to look for all of your storage solutions. So measurements are key here, so that you're not buying baskets and things that won't fit in the space that you have. I chose an all bamboo, light bamboo colored scheme with anything black accents, so black handles, black baskets to go with that. And so that was all I was looking for when I'm shopping for these items. And then I'm really looking at all the piles and the categories that I have of, okay, what's gonna need size-wise, storage-wise to be able to house each of these things, and how do I get them to be the most organized they can be and the most accessible. So you'll see in there open bins that have open weaving, because then I can see in there. So this was one of my favorite ideas, I guess, that came out of this project was the Lazy Susan that's made of bamboo. And it fits perfectly in here. So there's not a lot of room on each side of this. I wanted it to be as big as possible so that it can hold all of these different items. But it's so great because I'm short, so it's accessible to me. And it took all of these different items that were sitting different places and put them all together in one space that I can reach and access when needed. You're also gonna see a closed bin. Well, that's where all the light bulbs are. So light bulbs come in a various amount of packaging. I don't wanna look at all that packaging, but it's okay that I don't see into that because I can pull that out if I need a light bulb. So light bulbs come in all different kinds of packaging, and that's what keeps them safe from breaking. So I didn't want to remove them from that, but I don't want to see that either. I want to see a clean, cohesive look. So things like that are really key. The other thing is to look for things that you wouldn't think you would use. I have a shower caddy that is now holding batteries because it has little organization containers for each size of battery. And so you're using items that maybe were meant for a bathroom, but you're using them for a laundry room because they fit in the space. But this is the shower caddy that we talked about that now organizes batteries. So I love this idea because no longer am I searching through a box that's all the batteries. They're all separated into one little space. So the next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna pare down what you pulled out. You probably won't need all of the rags you pulled out in this instance. This is like a cleaning space. So you can think about, what do I really need to keep? What do I not need to keep? And here's something else about organizing. You're gonna find, probably like I did, several different things that you've rebought because you didn't know you had it. So do you need 2 rolls of tape for every kind of tape there is? I will keep them and use them, but this is what you find out when you organize your life, is that you have multiples of things that you probably just didn't see when you looked in there before because it was a mess. So this is a really good time to, again, stack everything up, know what you have, and then put it back in there and keep what you need to keep, and then reorganize things you don't need in there. This is a laundry room space, and it also was a place that tools would just get sat, like the hammer and things that probably should go back in the garage, but it was just after a project gets done, you kind of throw things in there kind of like a junk drawer. And this is just a great time to refresh it and go through it and then put things back in their right spot. Once you have all of your product purchased and it's arrived, this is when the fun begins. You get to put your vision into place. You get to put everything back in, and it gets to be so organized and lovely for you to access moving forward, which is really the payoff for all of your hard work. So in addition to the fact that in this project, a light fixture was swapped out and artwork was swapped out and decorations and a floor rug, that's kind of going above and beyond, but that's the decor, that's the refresh of the space. And then your organization space, which was inside the cabinets, you'll be able to see how each shelf now has a function and each organization container has its rightful things inside. One of the best perks about tackling a spring cleaning project is when you get to declutter. An entryway space is a drop zone, and your drop zone, whether that's at your front door, your back door, it is a hard-working space for most homes and most families, and it's where things get collected. And so it's really nice to go through a process like this because everything gets back to its rightful space. Everything's off the hooks. It won't stay like that forever, but it's a nice reset where all your coats are back where they belong and all of your hats and things that you might have had hanging out in that space, you get to reset it and you get to enjoy a really beautiful end product. So if you're looking to tackle your next spring cleaning project or organization project, please reach out to us at hardtstudio.com. There's a contact form there. You can fill it out, let us know what you're looking to do. And then if you're looking just for a consultation where we can refer you to some good products and some things that might help you with your project, or if you don't want to do it and you just think that all sounded like a lot of work and I want someone else to do that for me, we're here to help. So please reach out to us and follow us on social for more decorating and design ideas.